he doesn't become king. Instead, the palace becomes a circus. Be careful who you invite into your palace. It only takes one clown to destroy everything you have built.
You will do whatever Elon Musk and Donald Trump tell you to do. Where's the independence of the committee? Where's the legislature? We're an equal branch of government. And you start off with a blather, and yet when we look at the empty seats here, where's Elon Musk? I'm sure he's a genius and is a very credible person because of the wealth he's accumulated. But that does not put him above the law or the responsibility to come before this committee in this Congress. If he's so great, if these plans and all the fraud and abuse that he found are so evident, why isn't he here explaining it? You know why. Because he's out to privatize Social Security. He's been on television the last couple of days talking exactly about Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, and what he intends to do. Privatize it. The American people, some of them may have been born at night, but not last night.
Well, he has called Social Security a Ponzi scheme. They have already laid off 2,500 employees of the Social Security Administration. Others are proposing not only 2,500 Social Security employees, they want to cut half of the Social Security employees. That will be a disaster. Ask me, I think this is a prelude not only to cutting benefits, privatizing Social Security, some dysfunctional, much about Social Security. Why do you make it look like it's a broken, dysfunctional system? People to lose faith in the system, and then you can give it over to Wall Street. That's my view. Be the richest guy in the world, Social Security, by some 800 billion, and cutting nutrition programs for children by a couple of $100 billion. Billionaires cut programs to working people. Don't go after Social Security. Don't go after the Veterans Administration and the men and women who put their lives on the line to defend us. We have a government today of the billionaires, by the billionaires, and for the billionaires.
Pyramid scheme, if you ask me.
Yeah, well, you can tell me better than anybody.
Social Security is the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time.
Right, explain that.
Oh, so, well, people pay into Social Security, and the money goes out of Social Security immediately, but the obligation for Social Security is your entire retirement career.
Oh boy!
So you're paying with you're paying like if you look at the future obligations of Social Security, it far exceeds the tax revenue.
To this day, Elon Musk and Donald Trump have never heard of tax havens, of billionaires who pay the same tax as a secretary or no tax at all. They have never heard of tax cuts and taxes on the rich, which cause a drop in government revenue. They are attacking the poorest, who need to eat, have a home and medical care while they pile up their billions in tax havens, exploiting poverty and destroying everything in their path to install a dictatorship and an oligarchy to better steal from the American people. If you leave people without food, without housing and without medical care to die in the streets, you will have a civil war and no rich person will be safe. Project 2025 is a dangerous and extremist plan for Trump's second term. Donald Trump's blueprint for a full government takeover by seizing power within the federal government and restricting freedom of Americans. The plan calls for replacing government employees with politically appointed Trump loyalists, implementing a 50-state backdoor ban on abortion, and gutting Social Security and Medicare.
When I have nothing to do with Project 2025, that's out there. I haven't read it. I don't want to read it.
I don't know what the hell it is. It's Project 25. And then they read some of the things, and they are extreme. I mean, they're seriously extreme. But I don't know anything about it. I don't want to know anything about it. But what they do is misinformation and disinformation, and they keep saying, he's a threat to democracy. I'm saying, what the hell did I do for democracy? Last week I took a bullet for democracy. What did I do against democracy?
I said, all we have to do is flood the zone. Every day we hit them with 3 things. They'll bite on one and we'll get all of our stuff done. Bang, bang, bang. These guys will never be able to recover.
To achieve this, Donald Trump wants to dismantle the state, take control of the army, the police, the justice system, and the secret services by appointing people loyal to him in order to install an autocracy, a dictatorship, an oligarchy. All this talk of tariffs, the 51st state, the annexation of Canada, and Panama has only one goal: to flood us with a flood of information and distract attention from the dictatorship he is installing day by day. To demolish the checks and balances that would prevent him from staying in power after 4 years. He uses disinformation and chooses loyalists in the Oval Office who ask him questions and control information with the complicity of oligarchs. They own social media, newspapers, and television.
And these newspapers are really no different than a highly paid political operative. And it has to stop. It has to be illegal. It's influencing judges, and it's really changing law, and it just cannot be legal. I don't believe it's legal. And they do it in total coordination with each other, and everything we do, we're restoring law, restoring order, and restoring public safety in America. That's what we want to do.
He is attacking the Constitution, the justice system, and the rights of Americans, their right to information, with the complicity of Elon Musk. A hungry or recession-hit nation has no time to pay attention to a dictator who has been working with the Russians for over 40 years and adheres to their ideology. These constant changes of ideas are designed to keep people from seeing the massacre that Elon Musk's Doge is currently wreaking.
When I win, I will immediately bring prices down starting on day one. When you buy eggs, they would double and triple the price over a short period of time. And I won an election based on that. We're going to bring those prices way down. We have to get the prices down, the prices of eggs and various other things. Eggs are a disaster. Joe Biden especially let the price of eggs get out of control, and we're working hard to get it back down. That the first month of our presidency, it's our presidency, is the most successful in the history of our nation.
Father David here. It's been about a week since the genius in charge took over. Let's take a look at his scorecard. First, he repeatedly promised to end the war in Ukraine, even before he was sworn in. That war is still going strong. Next, he said he'd bring down the price of groceries dramatically, especially those of eggs. Well, the price of eggs has now about doubled, and that's if you can get them. For most of us, they just aren't on the shelf anymore. And all those lies about Project 2025, him knowing nothing about it, that is his only agenda. And for you folks who voted for him and who depend on your government check, get ready to start working in the fields, because Project 2025 is all about returning us to a plantation economy with a few at the top and everyone else struggling. And how about that immigration roundup that he was beating his chest over? Where did that begin? In a Chicago elementary school, keeping us safe from the kindergarten terrorists, I'm sure. And meanwhile, we have those ridiculous official portraits scowling down on America, two constipated, angry men. What do we expect from a man like Trump, whose only skills are bluster and failure? And we did this to ourselves. God bless us all.
God is an American. God is